What happens if no contact never works on your ex? Does that mean that you were validated in writing your ex the 2-page letter, that you were validated in calling and begging them and asking to get back together, and that you should really reach out just, 2 or 3 or maybe 4? No, let's actually change it to 5, 5 extra times. And I'm kind of being a smartass about this because I see from my perspective, time after time and after time again, that when somebody breaks up with somebody else and that person chases them, that it never, ever works. And so you're going to be in confusion because you're thinking, well, I still feel this, so they must still feel like a portion of what I feel. And therefore, there's got to be something I can do or say. Like, is it this one little thing? Is it like, do I need to talk to her like her second cousin, like precisely at sundown, to try to like do something? It's like, no, the answer is always no. Because you've already tried that. You already know at least one iteration of doing all that stuff and it not working. So you already have that. And then from my vantage point as a coach, I have your situation plus like 20,000 other situations where I can tell you confidently, it's like, no, you have to pull away. So you're asking, well, what if it just never works? And the thing I would say to you there is, well, you're going to put 2 months into no contact and you're going to reach out one last time, with the idea that something has changed over the last 2 months, that they've forgotten about some of the problems and they've started to miss you. Most exes will reach out during that time, but from the context of this video, it's like, okay, well, what if they just don't reach out? And so if they don't reach out, you're going to reach out to them. And then if you do that and they don't really respond to you and they're just like, whatever, understand that this person has not only broken up with you, they've gone without you for 2 months. And then even after that, after you put in all the time developing yourself and making yourself a better person over the last 2 months, you reach out to them and still nothing. So yes, there is a real point that you need to give up and move on. And, that line can be blurred when somebody like me is putting out videos to tell you like what's the best way to try to bring somebody back. And we have these little tips and tricks and strategic advantages and all this kind of stuff, and you don't want to get carried away with that and say, okay, well, there's no finish line. If somebody can go without you for 2 months and then you reach out to them and still they don't give a shit, that is not your person. It doesn't matter what you're feeling. You also have to consider the experience of that other person. If you're not compelling to them, you need to spend your time with somebody that actually wants to spend their time with you. Your experience of that person is going to be so much better than the person that you're just endlessly chasing that literally doesn't give a shit about you. If you want to get in touch with me and have a talk about your exact situation, click my profile down here and click this link and we'll have a talk about where you're at and what you need to do next.